Hey guys, Tyrip here bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Belgorod. Playing face spawning on the right, we have iCarbo playing as Soviets, who has straight away locked into urban defense. Teaming up with him is HS Romoth, also a Soviets who has NKVD, Combined Arms, and mechanized support. On the left hand side, with OKW we have Soma, who has Grand Offensive, Elite Armored, and Breakthrough, and finally Sloba, also as OKW, immediately going for Overwatch. The rankings, I've got them here. Carbo around 130, Romoth in the 80s, Sloba around 60, and Soma around 100.
Strafbat needs orders.
So a tier 1 start for iCarbo. Good option against the double OKW team. We've got Slobo with a Kubel as well. Very, very early Raketin from Soma. Makes me wonder if he did the trick where you look through the fog of war and look for the XP ticker to see whether they're booked tier 1 or not. I have to imagine that was the case to build Raketin this early on. Even that being said, I don't think I built it this early. You can see that the M3 is not even on the field yet. Could have gone for one extra fault screen there in the meantime. Yeah, that's a trick that I really, really do not like. Wish it could have been patched out at some stage, but wasn't within our powers. So we have 2-on-1 now against Romoth. Let's try a soft retreat. Try not to concede too much territory. And iCarbo getting some good ground down in the south. 3 heading up to the north, going straight after the Kubel, looks like. Got the Raketin there though. Misses first shot, unfortunately. Now hiding behind the shot blocker. Comes back in, kind of taunting the M3, hoping it'll come around the corner, take another shot from the Raketin, not happening though. And tech truck now coming out for Soma as well. I think I saw he's putting another Volkswagen there, but cancelled it. And here comes the M3. Flamethrower inside. A whole bunch of retreats. They're going to be flak defenses though, can't really base dive, so has to give up the chase there. Raketin did take quite a lot of damage. Could be a risk of getting forced away, and we've got the truck over here. It could also be a risk of getting cancelled. We're doing a bit of a drive-by and take maybe a tiny bit of flak damage. Now focusing on the Kubel. Gives up on killing the Kubel to try and escape with the M3. Could have popped the speed boost, would have made it a little bit safer. The mechanized truck does end up completing. I think that was maybe supposed to be don't really know what they're talking about there, but alright. Anyway, it does seem like the Allies have had slightly better territory control to this point. I think Soma's starting it's a little bit too slow. Going for that Raketin first. Not really contesting the south much. Though they have held on to their fuel point at least. It's not too far behind in resources. M3 repaired up.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Doesn't have a... Oh yeah, it does now. Got the Raketin down here, dodging past the incendiary grenade. The machine gun a little bit further back. Kimmel's likely to get suppressed. Meanwhile, Romoth a little bit outnumbered up in the north. M3 rotates, trying to avoid getting Fausted, but not quite fast enough backing away. Ends up getting hit by that Faust. But at least, you know, did force the Kubwagen back. Looks like he's charging ahead with the Combat Engineer Flamer though. Tier 3 is up now for Romoth.
You have a use for these scum. I have the men ready. Taking small arms fire.
Good heavy cover position there to guard the Muni point. So one mechanized, one battle group. Soma hasn't gone for the looks at least, so maybe could be the Puma still. Oh, okay, boom, the looks now. Starting that up a little bit late, but not horribly late. Take a quick look at the KD here. You can see Romoth has been getting bullied by this composition, especially that Kubel. Does a lot of health damage, allows the other troops to stack up the body count. But here comes the T-70. That's a very, very fast T-70. So this is going to turn things around. Looks like Slobo trying to go for a fast tick. He's about to get punished though. T-70 on the field. No Raketin. Control of the T-70, staying out of Faust range. Getting away with the penals. T-70 about to pop out for Icarbo now as well. Raketin in production for Slobo. Penal surviving. Oh, can't say the same about the Volksgrenadiers in the north. Looks like they might have vaulted onto the wrong side of cover or something there. Very strange. Oh, Volksgrenadiers down here go down also. I don't know how I missed that. The Puma in the north going hunting for the T-70. Conscripts are there, but no anti-tank grenades yet from Romoth. They're in the build right now, but just from the amount of resources Romoth had spare, probably should have already had them. So if he loses his T-70, it's only got himself to blame. T-70 on recon mode as well, so not doing any damage to the Puma. Maybe he thinks it'll assist his chances of getting away, blocking the sight, but doesn't end up working out. The T-70 coming up now though, along with the M3. Raketin's there though, misses its first shot. Oh, and there goes the T-70 of Icarbo. Oof. I mean, if the Raketin wasn't there, maybe he could have got something going, but with the Raketin connecting for 2 hits, it's just too much damage against the T-70. Conscript's going to Ura around the corner. This is appears to be a road, but isn't, so no speed boost from that. So I think Conscripts should be able to finish the job. I think just one anti-tank grenade is all that's necessary as well. Especially now that they've done a little bit more small arms damage to it. Either way, still a good trade for the Axis. 2 T-70s in exchange for 1 Puma. So it's good news, and Icarbo actually going for an M42 now, which is kind of interesting. Doesn't have much to shoot at with that Puma going down. But things seem to have stabilized for the Axis. You know, they've got a lot more territory control all of a sudden. Getting a few mines down. Stabilizing nicely. Starting to get those weapon upgrades. Got some Obers coming out for Slobo. Interesting that Slobo, you know, locking into Overwatch immediately. Only getting one squad of the Jaeger Lights though.
Combat unit ready.
Some sweepers out Fire Carbo. Wonder if he'll hit the mine down here in the south. Both the allies getting close to where they could start to take up themselves. Useful for both of them, you know. Penals reduce the reinforced costs, very helpful. The 7-man upgrade cooking all these conscripts as well, important. Guards even behind light cover getting outgunned, outnumbered. Penals in the building. Oh boy, they're done fast. Then incendiary grenade. That's a lot of troops on retreat as well. That mine does indeed get triggered. Oh, and the penals go down. Big damage on retreat. Just a little bit too slow jumping out of the building. And that is a mass of OKW troops rolling through the centre. 42 is there though. Trying to get out of there with it early on. Got the sweepers out as well, so the mine's not holding off the Axis troops. Keep missing, luckily for the M3. At this stage of time, it might be worth just jump the flame off. Oh, no retreat in the centre there. Jump the flame outside of the M3. Use the M3 as more of a recon tool. Does have a pretty long line of sight. Something I'll be doing a bit more when I've been using these tier 1 strats. Once you get around to this time, maybe when medium tanks, you know, you have to start to consider them. Oh boy, big grenades. Could that be the end of the shock troops? They only just got called in as well. They do make it home alive. So he wants to get this, but with the planes, not enough damage on the stern pyre. Now the M3 quite weak. But yeah, pretty long line of sight. I think the M3 has 50 sight, doesn't it? Then it gets a boost up to like 65-ish. So it's pretty good vision tool. Can also cap by itself later on in the vet stages, so good tool for back capping. Suppression kicking in, but we've got a Zisparage trying to clear off the machine gun. M3 takes quite a lot of damage on its way through, but still able to force away the machine gun. Kitten coming down, but M3 able to dive away from it. And oh, the Rakitten actually getting focused by the penals over here. Very, very tight on the victory points at this stage. Axis having a rough start, but you know, taking down both the T-70s so quickly really enabled them to fight back. And now they're in a pretty good position. Shock troops returning to action. Forcing a few retreats. Look at all this manpower for Soma. So much manpower. What is he doing? Okay, he's building a squad of Obers now. I guess it's going to be double Obers. He's the one who went for mechanized, so he can't build something like an infantry support gun. He doesn't have that option. Troops going to try charge head on here. Squad's coming in from the side. Double Obers though. The shock troops are melting fast. cap out the south. These ogres are really getting the work done here. Suppression coming in from the side on the guards in firing position, so Tree's shutting down their DPS. And here we go, first tank out for Romoth. T-34 rolling onto the field now. Let's see if this can tame these Obersoldaten. Great start there, 2 models down immediately on retreat, but we do have a Raketen to cover the retreat. So T-34 can't chase. Raketen missing though. Panzer IV about to pop out for Sloba. So we're building a Ober and a second Raketen now. 3 coming around the side. Another look at the KD. Romoth still just down in the dumps. Oh, good activation of the speed boost. M3 gets out of there. That was a close call though. Okay, and here comes the Panzer IV. T-34 didn't get repaired up after that damage earlier. Now at risk of death. We've got the Zis right there. T-34 one shot. Panzer IV decides to disengage though. Didn't want to roll the dice. Fair enough. It's coming in from the side now though. Good enough connection that forces the Obers to retreat from that. Oh boy, conscripts went down in the north. Did hear a grenade warning earlier. So Romoth's squad preservation a little bit lackluster at this point. Can back up that T-34 with a Katyusha, so indicating that he's not going to try stall for the ISU-152, which is the main reason you'd go for this commander. Maybe he feels like, you know, up against double Obers and it's quite a Jaeger Lights, he just needs impact now. He can't afford to try save another 150 odd fuel to try and get that ISU-152 out. He might be right. Here comes the Panzer IV. Zis barrage connecting at a really nice timing. Stopping the Raketen from firing. Triggers a mine. Zis trying to hang on. He's popped the button. T-34 coming back in. Oh boy, and he survives the return fire as well. Obersoldaten died here. I didn't even see that happen. Wow. That is really bad for Sloba. Nice mine though by Romoth. Just trying to maybe bait with that T-34 and it did work. Conscript's trying to wrap around, but that Kubwagen with the detection mode on, just shutting down that kind of plate. Close range caddy barrage, not the best. Maybe indicating that Aikaba also not saving up for the big boy, the KV-2. But I think it would have been like a pretty reasonable option. KV-2 is a little bit cheaper in terms of fuel. And with Sloba having lost his Panzer IV, the KV-2 I think would be very successful. As long as you're not up against someone like the Jagdtiger or the King Tiger. The KV-2 is a very strong option. But it's hard to go wrong with a Katyusha in a 2v2 game as well. Sloba having invested into a howitzer now. Coming in out the back here. No bombing strike for the Allies, so they don't have an easy way of dealing with that. So Someone meanwhile maybe saving for Panther or King Tiger. Hasn't got the battle group down yet, so probably the Panther. Yep. Careful with the howitzer fight. The Howie Vet 1 already 8 kills. Second Panther heading to the south. Got T-34 there. Rather undefended. We've got one M42. Do have a few mines down at least. This T-34 could find itself in some trouble. I think he's shooting at the infantry first there though. Not on Parato's vehicles initially. Get out. I'll upgrade the machine gun, doesn't have the munitions for it, so not terribly threatening to the shock troops. Huge barrage coming down. More scatter though, that was well targeted, pretty close range. Just didn't get the result. All the rockets landing in a circle around. Machine gun, very lucky break there for Soma.
To deploy.
Nice Molotov.
Comrades, keep your heads down.
Chusha spotted for by the flare. Pretty good connections. Could maybe decrew the Raketin, not quite. Close one though. Throwing out a grenade. We have a vet advantage over the Obers. They might be able to win this, especially if they go into firing positions mode. For some reason they're running. Okay, that must have been a miss micro. And the howitzer getting some revenge, knocking out the Zis in the north. Big misplay with the guards there by Romith. Should be able to neutralize those Obers. Looks like the conscripts are going to try recover this while under fire. Scatter though, working out for Romith. SU-85 now in the south for Icarbo, so good tool to try and contain that Panther. But yeah, if he's got the micro, I would like to see the M3 being used as a vision tool. A little bit too far back there. Okay, grenade onto the Raketin. Oh boy. Oof, close call for those shock troops. SU-85 there slamming home the damage. Another squad of shock troops coming in from the north for Icarbo. Hasn't pushed forward at all with that SU-85, but something. Targeting the sandbags that are going down. Soma not paying attention. I think he just started the retreat then. And immediately gets wiped. So this time, finally, Icarbo getting some good luck with the scatter. Getting the wipe. It wasn't even that good luck, right? That was the third salvo of rockets. Actually got the wipe. Oh, we've got all the artillery coming down, the Zis barrage and the Katyusha. It's clearing off a lot of ground there. You can probably tell by the length of this game, you know, we're approaching half an hour in, but both teams above 300 points still, so this is a long one. Allies though, looking to set up the triple cap here for a moment. Now it's up here again. Kitten capping quite aggressively there. Oh man, Soma getting forced all the way back. Unable to complete the capture. Oh boy, AT gun left behind by Romoth. That's going to get decrewed. Here comes the T-34, maybe that can save the day. Conscript's getting hit by the flak base. Here come the double Raketans though, this could be trouble for the T-34. Going for a bit of a crush. Over's hanging on. T-34, oh boy, somehow still alive. Katyusha onto the Raketans, nearly decrews one. I'm trying to get away with that Zis. Looks like he's going to manage it as well. Carbo taking a backward step, preparing up that T-34, trying to creep in now with the M42. Coming down, targeting Soviet mortar. Man, that thing vetted up real fast. Vet 2 already. Impressive. Also, it's Katyusha onto the machine gun a little bit further back. And that is the big boy, the ISU-152 in the north now as well. So it's going to be a massive headache for Slobo, who's decided to go for a Panther. Coming in here for a bit of a cut-off maneuver. The Kitten's forcing away the T-34. 42 setting up. And missing. S-35 rotating across. But Raikabo is having a little bit of trouble holding his ground. That one T-34, you know, if it ends up taking a bit of damage, getting down to half health,
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
if the troops end up getting suppressed, he can struggle to hold the front line. Doesn't have any machine guns himself. But it looks like he might be saving for the KV-2, so that's a really good frontline bruiser. That will be able to hold the line very effectively. In the center now. So he's been popping off a few flares. Comes the Panther though. Double Panthers. They're going after the ISU. Dropping in the planes now as well. Here they come. Panther attack. Oh, but Soma giving up the chase. Slobo continuing. Here comes T-34. Oh, but the Ram gets blocked by his own ISU. Now the Panther could be in some trouble though. In trouble. Needs to finish the job here. Both the Panthers getting low. There goes the ISU. Katyusha out the back. Gonna survive. This Panther blitzing out to safety. Here come the T-34s on hot pursuit. Panther needs to be careful about the path it's taking while driving. Oh, and there we go. The T-34 snipes it off. So it was a good start to the attack. But Soma stopping the chase with this Panther early, kind of leaving Slobo hanging. And then meant that they both had to end up chasing in so deep to make the kill stick. So yeah, killing ISU-152, that's what you want to do, but ends up being a bad trade for the Axis, having to go 2 Panthers and the planes. Very, very costly. Katyusha, I think, here. Katyusha driving through the building.
enemy forces capturing supply sector.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen anybody drive through there. Didn't even know it was possible. So, how are you getting a few hits on the vehicles? adding to the repair time. There's constant capping on the VPs on both sides. So much time. The VPs are neutral this game. Water getting decrewed. Close range caddy. Big damage. Oh, then he retreats back into it. Could have been a costly mistake there for Sloba. Be careful about your retreat paths. V3 T-34 has got a good rate of fire. He hangs around in the Raketen Zark for quite a long time, almost going down. Oh, Sternpo's down the south. Looks like they hit a mine. Okay, well that's very bad for Soma. He's rebuilding those. Big Molotov out. Oh, he goes for the steel on the mortar. Crazy. Works out though. Now he is ready to fire again. Katyusha is as well. Soma saved up enough now for the Jagdtiger. Oh, we got the KV-2 out fired Carbo as well. That Jagdtiger could shut that down really easily. That being said, it's a reasonably wide map. Jagdtiger can't cover it as well as some of the others like Rails and Metal. But so far, just set up in siege mode and getting to work with those long-range attacks. Now we're coming down in this area. Not hitting too much. Katyusha barrage returning fire on the howitzer, looks like, or maybe going for the tech truck. Cover making the attack, but MG's there, suppression kicking in. Oh, Katyusha going down in the north. How did that happen? With losing his caddy, maybe to this Raketen that's now decrewed. T-34 coming in for some crushing. Ooh. Is that the KV-2 from super long range? T-34 hoping to kill off the Jaeger lights. This gives a tiny bit more machine gun damage. And here we go, he chases in deep. Gets the result, and now maybe even hoping to kill the howitzer. Needs one more shot. Focused down by these flak bases though. Oh, and he takes a main gun crit from them. Can't finish the job. Oh, my word, that was a close call. Had the extra sight there because Sloba has Overwatch. Uh-oh. Oh boy, he's trying to disengage from the siege mode, but he's in front of the Jagdtiger. He's taken engine damage already. This looks like the end of the KV-2. Didn't get much done with that. Well, retreating maybe a touch early though. Might have lost sight on the KV-2. No. There it goes. And there's the risk of setting up that KV-2. Takes quite a long time to disengage from that mode. Oh, we shock troops down the south. Makes it very vulnerable to something like the Elephant or the Jagdtiger, which just do so much damage. Especially if they're vetted up, got Tiger weak point, something like that. Katyusha doing a close range barrage, maybe hoping to bait the Panther down. There aren't any mines here though. This could be quite risky for Carbo. So the Panther decides not to engage though. No, he's coming back in. T-34 rotating back. 35 lining up now. T-34 not coming all the way back. 35 now on one hit. Here comes the T-34, but it's probably going to be too late. Panther finishing the job. Maybe the T-34 can get some revenge, missing its first shot. And we got the Jagdtiger down now as well. T-34 needs one more hit, I think. Getting the kill. This T-34 with a main gun crit coming in from the side. Maybe going to do a ram. Now trying to disengage. And it is going to be successful in that. Hober's died up here, by the way. Drop the LMG. It's a real nightmare for the Axis heals with the LMG. Do remember that they get 2 accuracy bonuses. So they make very, very good use of that LMG. The accuracy bonus at Vet 2 and Vet 3. This makes them one of the best squads to use the MG34.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Tiger just going for some attacks here. Which is, you know, I can get on board with. There's decent accuracy. Might hit something. Especially if you're not really worried about revealing its positioning. Switched into supporting fire mode there, but took a while to start firing. So many exchanges on the VPs. Axis did get quite low though over that last phase. Seem to be stabilizing though with the knockout of the KV-2. Looks like Romoth not going to go for another ISU 152 either. He's switching over to his T-34 spam. Cover a little bit low on fuel for another vehicle at this stage. We can give the decoy on the machine gun close call, but doesn't quite get it. Double Kitten's going to the south now. Okay, Romoth corner in the planes. Catching these support weapons, good amount of health damage. Penal's charging ahead, trying to finish the job. Got the SU-85 there, just out of range at the moment. I'll try and make a play for the north. Not having much luck. That Kugel's still out there, still detecting, spotting these moves coming. Looks like Slober did repair up the howitzer as well, so not vulnerable to dying from one hit anymore. Planes dropped in the south by Slober. And I cover backing out. Tiger wasn't really under much of a threat, but gets shut down regardless. So we're building another Panther now. Power barrage into the north again. I don't think I've seen a huge number of mines go down for the Axis yet, so the door is still open for the Allies to get some shenanigans done with their T-34s. Because I don't think they're going to hit too many mines. T-34 going for some crush and doing a pretty good job of it too. Sternby is very low. Maybe slowly trying to buy time. That Panther about to pop out, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to this. T-34 Vet 3, too powerful. Nearly getting the white. Double T-34, I mean double Raketans up there for the T-34. Gets out though. Very mobile in Vet 3. Okay. Carvo grinding ahead with focus sight mode on the SU-85. She should not ready to fire again yet. Kitten's in the center here. Oh. Romoth loses his Raketen down in the south to the Obers, I guess. T-34 for Haikabo, maybe looking for a different angle. Did manage to decrew the MG. And that gets destroyed by the S-285 as well, so getting something going down here now, Haikabo. MG does manage to suppress in time, and HE barrage coming in from the Jagdtiger. S-285 was there for backup, so good decision not to chase for Sloba. Carnage. Just about. Bit 2 now though on the Katyusha, got that cooldown boost, so that's very nice. It looks like Haikabo is trying to save up for another KV2, by the way. I wasn't really expecting that with the Jagdtiger on the field down here, but seems to be saving for it. So much munitions as well. Don't have a super good thing to spend it on in this commander. You have to be very active with your engineers, planting mines and traps and throwing satchels and stuff. Just decrewed up here. Panther up here as well. Doesn't look like Romuth is going to be able to defend that. Outright destroyed. Now he's coming in back here. Got to be careful about planting mines with the howitzer fire. Rocket's still available. S-285 coming in from the side. Getting 2 penetrating hits as well. Good start there for Haikabo. Making a bit of a play in the north again. Looks like he's rebuilt his Katyusha, by the way, up to 3 kills. So Haikabo is still ready to fire. And the amount of value you could get by killing that Kubel, there he goes. He tries to, but misses. Val, however. Oh, MG hanging on by a thread again. Barrage in the south claims a victim. Obers, and they drop the LMG again. Penals, I think they've still got a slot available. They could go pick this up. Double LMG Penals. That would be crazy strong. Doesn't look like Haikabo's aware of it getting dropped though. Booby trap up over here. Nice to see. And I guess that was the howitzer claiming the Katyusha out the back. Maybe it was the Jagdtiger. No, 0 vehicles destroyed. Must have been the howitzer. Did get decrewed. Panther in some trouble now. S-285 hunting it down. It's a main gun crit now, so it can't even defend itself. Here come the double Raketans. It's too late. Panther goes down. Conscripts go down in the north as well, though Romuth maybe not paying attention to them while he's chasing down with the S-285. So he's a little bit light on infantry now. That's a good one, taking down a Panther. Stempo's trying to repair it up, but it's out of control. You can't do that. Tied up to Vet 2 now. It's got 2 vehicles destroyed all of a sudden. Like Haikabo lose a tank. He spent some fuel, right? He must have lost a T-34 to it. So I swear he had enough to build the KV2 not too long ago. Oh, he rebuilt the Katyusha, that's what happened. So what were the vehicles that it killed? Not sure. Okay, T-34 coming in on a circuitous path. And this is the threat, you know, if you keep both your Raketans right next to each other, can get outmaneuvered like that. Katyusha trying to target their retreat path, but a little bit too slow with the rockets arriving. Axis did briefly set up the triple cap, but now the Allies decapping the north and the centre. So many decaps on the VPs so far this game, both directions. The Howie's coming down up the north, trying to prevent the cap. Oh, sees a Jagdpanzer back here, maybe going to go for the ram. Sides against it though. I probably will go. Jagdtiger coming in from the side. Now Romoth in some big trouble. Panzer 4 swarming in, hoping to finish the job on the SU-85. Here comes a T-34 from my Carbo as well as Vet 3. A lot of bounces though. Panzer 4 is going to survive. So it's the T-34s though. Jagdpanzer coming back in though. Staying aggressive. Focused on the machine gun. Axis though, the ones who are capping as the dust settles. So a bit of a shame there, Romoth, you know, trying to play conservatively, didn't want to throw away the T-34 going for a ram, but as a result, doesn't get the kill on the Jagdpanzer and gets caught as he pulls back from the other Axis player. Teamwork there by Soma. Nice Katyusha barrage though. Getting decrewed. Katyusha ready to fire. One's gonna let them loose.
We have 200 points remaining.
Taking a bit deeper, hoping to catch the Raketans. Scatter's no good. He has to retreat as well. Machine guns kind of locking out the Allies at the moment. They're really struggling to cap because of them. Neutralized at least. Panzer forward to the south, but the SU-85's back there. Got a Maxim down here, fire Carbo though.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
He did build Tier 2, so it's not one that he captured from his teammate. And he's also built a mortar himself now, which is interesting. So he plays fans of these rather late game mortars. Tiger switching sides. Howitzer targeting the machine gun, but gets out of there before it takes too much damage. Here we go. Romoth making his play. No. Again, hesitant, trying to back away, trying to save that Vet 3 T-34. Ends up caught by the double Raketans. And I could certainly understand it a lot more trying to save a Vet 3 T-34. It's a real shame to have to ram with that, but maybe if he did ram, he would have cleared the arc of those machine guns in time to connect. I mean, off the Raketans in time to connect. Do have a fresh ISU in the north now for Romoth though. Jagdtiger doing a lot of damage, forcing back our Carbo from the south. War of attrition between these two teams at the moment. Looks like Romoth decides he wants to knock out Sloba's tech truck though, perhaps. Strange Katyusha barrage coming in. Guards have to give up their position. Come the double Raketans now as well. SU-85 could be in some trouble. Should see them coming. He's on focus sight mode. And he gets out of there in time. Is this now fired Carbo? I think that's a good idea. Yes. The Jagdtiger. Tiger quick to rotate to the north. ISU might have his work cut out for him. Nothing to provide sight for the Axis there at the moment. Axis are down to just 62 VPs now as well. Okay, I'm going to try getting a range here. Connecting. Big hit there from the ISU. Nice up here. Getting to work. Targeting the vehicles a little bit further back with that. Here comes the Jagdtiger. Big shot on the ISU. Axis going to be able to get the cap off later on the retreat. Maxim goes down. Bringing the planes again. Good damage. Nearly wipes out the folks, but not quite. Oh! Close call for the Obers as well. The Jagdtiger able to finish off the Maxim before it can be recovered by Romoth. T-34 still on the ground over there. Just coming in on the flank. Alright, a lot of repairs for Romoth. He's taken a... he's going to relocate the ISU, in fact, to the centre, it looks like. Away from that Jagdtiger and the Axis. And a second Panther coming out... fresh Panther coming out for Sloba. So the Axis now pretty much at their pop cap limits. So now it kind of seems like they're in the lead. Certainly are in terms of army size at the moment. Still far behind on the VPs though. More to flare up, helping the ISU do some damage. The Jagdpanzer creeping forwards with the cautious movement. Jagdtiger switching directions. Got the Panther as well. It could be disastrous for Romoth. His ISU not on full health. Could die actually quite quickly from here. Planes dropped in. Sloba's making his move. The Jagdpanzer there as well. Main gun crit now, and the ISU just goes down the blink of an eye. S-35 not safe to engage there either, thanks to the Jagdpanzer. Oh, big Katyusha barrage to catch the Raketin. Obers went down in the south, and so did some shock troops. Going through for a pass, and they catch the Su-85 in base. Oh boy, and what's this one doing? Romoth. Uh-oh. Oh, he lost both of his Su-85s for no reason. Where was he even going with this one? Was he just going to drive it into the circle to get targeted? Oh, man. Well, I feel like it's going to be extremely hard for the Allies to win now, after Romoth lost ISU and 2 Su-85s in the blink of an eye. Just, yeah, maybe a little bit overconfident with his ISU running around with it on about a quarter health missing. With the Jagdtiger on the field, you can't really afford, because like 2 Jagdtiger shots and already on quarter health, you pretty much dare that stage. Carbo did manage to save up enough for the KV-2 before it hits a mine down here. Don't have any Raketins, but here comes the Panther. Oh well, it's good news for iCarbo getting the kill there. Boochak going off, doing big damage to the Obers. T-34 trying to escape now. This extremely low. 34 goes for a bit of a crush just to try to get something done. Try to hide behind the sight blocker here, and it's working out for him at the moment. iCarbo Can he make the miracle happen? Oh, is this missing? And that might have been the kill shot on the Panther there as well. Oh boy, and there we go. Panther comes back in and snipes off the T-34. Cheeky stuff there by Soma, but works out very well for him. Good close range Katyusha barrage. Got the howitzer going off in the center. Guard's very slow to dodge away. Okay, sniper for Romoth. It's maybe actually a decent idea. Help clear off these machine guns. Deal with the overs. Axis are very heavily invested into anti-vehicle at the moment. You know, they've got a lot of tanks that are only really suitable to shoot at the tanks. So the Allies at this stage, you know, could just consider not building any more vehicles. Have some infantry-based anti-tank and then just focus on the infantry battles themselves. This is Yak Tiger, a real menace.
We're ready to move.
Okay, got a sniper up here. Gonna clear off this machine gun. Panther getting revealed. Good chunk of damage now as well. Left AFK there by Slover. Does Slover go AFK? Bring his Panther up, maybe for the sniper. He just completely forgot about the Jagdpanzer. What was that? Manages to cap in the north. A few more points going to drain away here for the Axis. The guards up here now as well. Katyusha about ready to fight for Romoth again. A lot of damage on the Yak Tiger. Has to pull back for some repairs. SU-85 doing some big damage, but here come the double Raketans. No. Rodumba Icarbo backing away at a very nice timing. Oh, look at that caddy barrage. That is a monster. Just annihilates a Raketan and a Sturmpower. Nearly catches a second Raketan. KV-2 able to back away there. Raketan for Romoth goes down on the north though. Not sure how that happened. Now he doesn't have anything to force away this Panther at the moment. Rebuilding an SU-85. It's probably an okay choice. Okay, he's going for a satchel into the smoke. Clears off the VP for long enough for it to get decaptured here. So a few more points are going to drain from the Axis. T-34 got almost fully repaired. Just about ready to rumble again. KV-2 also back in action. So start popping off a few of those flares again. T-34 recruit. Going to back away with that. SU-85 in the north now, try and force away that Panther. Where's that sniper? Back at base, had to retreat. Oh boy. 29 points left for the Axis, but the Allies are really struggling to hold on to the VPs, even just to drain out like 5 points at a time. This time the machine gun, not so lucky for Slover though, ends up going down. Really strong Katyusha barrage. Panther gonna blitz in, maybe go for the caddy kill. No. Tiger still getting repaired up. Five bouncing its first shot. Got a T-34 in here. 35 though, just not having his best string of luck there. Comet Engineers down the north for Romoth as well. Okay, here we go. Slober dropping in the planes. Trying to catch this S-285. Conscript's not there for the anti-tank grenade. So Panther going to be able to chase that down pretty safely. Sniper is getting away for a moment. Where's this walking Stuka going for Soma, driving into a very dangerous zone. T-34 heading up to the north now. Fly Carbo's lost his pin on the centre. The howitzer fire. T-34 driving in here though. Could take some damage from the anti-tank planes, and does. Oh, I don't know about that one for Icarbo. Throwing a good tank after bad there. Maybe if the planes weren't still active, I could see trying to get in there, try and do something, but with the planes active, it's just too risky. KV-2 setting up here, looking to float a few shots through the tree line. Okay, Romoth building a ZIS once again. KV-2 getting to work. Panzer IV going to try and do something about it, maybe not. Pino's managed to neutralize. Allies under 100 points now. Big damage from the Yak Tiger. S-285 a little bit slow backing out. Oh boy, S-285 goes down. So is the Panzer IV though. And the Panther's getting aggressive now. Oh boy, Katyusha out the back. It's not so safe. Oh my god! The demo charge goes off, kills the sniper. Katyusha also dying. Just there to try and mop things up. One more shot and that Panther's dead. Comet Engineers trying to contest it in the north, but not happening. There's the Panther eventually going down to the ZIS. KV-2 coming more into the centre now. I just don't think the Allies have got enough left to try and close this one out. So low on army size, especially Romoth. His preservation has been rather poor this game. You can see that just the multitasking for Romoth not really there. If he's focused on one thing, he just almost always neglects the other side. Ends up losing a squad for no good reason. And then it's cost the Allies quite a lot, that kind of preservation. We'll build on S-285 Fly Carbo. Okay, and here we go. Trying to go for the cap, got some smoke out. Yak Tiger going for some attack rounds. Dodge forwards of the grenade there. Not having much luck. KV-2 bouncing as well. Tiger missing another attack round attempt though. KV-2 doing a bit better on that occasion, but now taking some big damage. Guards trying to cap in the north. 29 points left for the Axis. Had the driving forwards hoping to catch the KV, but it's already safe enough back there. Oh boy, Slober driving head on here into a whole bunch of anti-tank. He's Gonna lose his Panther, looks like. He's bringing... Oh no, that's Soma actually bringing the assault artillery. It looks like the howitzer actually clears off the Zis. And Stuka coming down as well. Guards could still finish the job here. And they do. Panther going down. Guards go down on retreat as well for Romoth though. Shock troops, bit of body blocking. KV2 down here very, very low. Tiger rotating. Big damage from the KV2 though. Tiger full needs to secure the north there. 22 points left for the Axis. Oh, here we go. Panther driving in, hoping to catch the KV2, and he penetrates. Finishing the job there. There's a risk from Mike Cabo. I guess he felt he needed to take that risk to try and hold on to the south, but ends up getting punished by that daring Panther play of Soma. S-35 hoping to catch that Panther still though. Settles for missing a shot. Focus sight mode on, hoping he sees the Panther coming back. Panther gonna go for the kill on the machine gun. He kept driving ahead with the S-35. He would have got a chance to kill it there. Unfortunate for Cabo, he didn't realize that was happening. Okay, looks like Sloba giving up on the Panthers. Just pure Panzer IV at this stage. Will be more effective at forcing squads off the VPs. And Romoth doesn't have any vehicles, so sensible idea. 24 kills on the howitzers. Been a quiet performer. Did get decrew once when he was around 16 kills, I think, so it's got good value out of it. Forwards of the walking Stuka avoids most of the damage. Shock troops doing their best in the south. Do we have another mine there if the shock troops try to push forwards any further? Yeah, Romoth doesn't have enough firepower to hold on there, and the double P4 is knocking out his conscripts. T-34 somehow dodges the mine. Shock troops trying to go for the capture behind that. We can capture, but we can't get the other point as well. Maybe he can't even capture. Double Obers taking care of that shock troop.
They have 25 points remaining. Victory is at hand.
Wow. That was a crazy hit from that. I can't believe that got the decrew there.
Push the attack. They are
Okay.
down to 10
Allies making a multi-pronged attack again. Off. 5 points left for the Allies. And the Axis capping again in the north. T-34 switching sides, looking to hold on to the south. S-35 freshly built by Romoth. T-34 doing its best. Oh, but doesn't manage to block the Panther on its way back. And the Allies are going to drain out there. Oof. Well, yeah, a lot of losses on both sides kind of in the early games. It meant that neither team really got out a massive lead. But then the Allies kind of picked it up. We're about 200 VPs ahead for most of the match. But then a few daring plays from the Axis, able to knock out Romoth's troops. And from there, the Allies had a tough time crawling back. Seemed like Romoth as well was maybe a little bit too willing to just throw units into the capping circles to try and close it out. And there's still about, maybe 50 points left. And that just ended up getting, a lot of wipes, and the game still went on for another almost quarter of an hour after that. So end up meaning that he's just constantly on sub 50 PopCap army, and there just wasn't enough to fight back against the masses of Axis vehicles at that stage. But yeah, that Jagdtiger getting some massive work done this game. Real savior for the Axis, because their Panther dives weren't working out that well. But GG, Axis end up taking this one late game. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.